Assalamualaikum dan apa khabar para pelajar sekalian? Welcome to my channel, Cikgu Yati Channel. So ini adalah batch sesi 2021 dan 2022 dan saya berada dengan kelas praktikum A2 P2 dan ini adalah kelas perakaunan ya, dan untuk tajuk kali ini adalah berkaitan dengan accounting equation. Dan accounting equation bagaimana kita menyediakan soalan tutorial, dan soalan tutorial tu kamu kena mahir ya untuk dia. Okey, saya harap semua pelajar bersedia ya untuk kelas kita pada hari ini. Jadi untuk memberkati kelas kita pada hari ini, saya menjemput saudara Takif Razik untuk membacakan doa. Dipersilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma ftah alaina hikmataka wanshur alaina min khazaini rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Amin amin ya alamin.
Okey, terima kasih kepada saudara Takif Razik atas bacaan doa sebentar tadi ya. Okey, kita akan mulakan kelas accounting equation. Sebenarnya accounting equation ni dalam bahasa Inggeris, in English term, but now today I just mix ya English and Malay because we have to use a few term in English and at the same time I will explain in Malay. Okay, so account dalam matrik memang ini English lah. Okay, now kita start the question. Okay. Okay, nampak tak? Nampak kan? Takif nampak kan?
Nampak madam.
Alright, thank you. Okay, now kita look at this question. Topic 2, basic accounting equation ya. Tapi basic accounting concept. Tapi we just focus dekat mana accounting equation ya. Tutorial kita akan solve the problem based on accounting equation. So before this I just told you accounting equation equals to asset. Ingat kan? Accounting equation adalah asset. Ingat kan? So make sure you know the accounting equation. Okay, accounting equation ialah persamaan perakaunan bahasa Melayu ya. Dan persamaan perakaunan ni dia berkaitan dengan asset. Apa formulanya? Jadi adalah formulanya ialah asset equals to liability. So I just write down the formula here. So you should know. So liabilities plus owner's equity. Okay. So I give you one example. One example tu apa? Dalam kuliah pun saya ada bagi, dalam tutorial saya ada bagilah equity. Okay, dalam example, contohnya kita ni buat perniagaan ya, the business. So business ni dia ada harta, aset ialah harta 50,000. So dia ada 50,000. Macam mana dia dapat 50,000 dalam perniagaan? Dia dapat 50,000 dalam perniagaan ialah pertama dia pinjam, liabilities. Pinjam dekat mana? Bank loan. Katalah dia pinjam bank loan 30,000. So dia adalah liabilities. Dia dapat pinjaman dan pada masa yang sama dia ada pemilik ni dia menyumbangkan capital 20,000. So 30,000 tambah 20,000 kita akan dapat 50,000. So equation ni, asset ni maknanya kita, company ni kita lah. Kita kena pinjam duit from the bank and pada masa sama the owner's equity, pemilik perniagaan tu menyumbangkan modal, contribute the capital into the business. So kita assume that we are operating the business. Okay, look at question number 1. John Jones is the owner and the operator of You Are a Star or motivational consulting business. Okay, kita prepare this one ialah untuk apa? Untuk servis ya. Kita prepare accounting equation untuk servis. So yang ni dia memberi servis apa? Consulting. Consulting ialah runding, perunding ya, perunding. Owner ni siapa nama? John Jules. Dia tubuhkan bisnes, apa nama bisnes? You are a star. So at the end of its accounting period, December 31st 2018, you are a star. You are a star tu apa? Nama business. Has asset 800,000 and liabilities of 350,000. So using the accounting equation, determine the following amount. Dia nak suruh cari apa? Okay, you are required to calculate owner's equity as at 31st December 2018. Okay, ini adalah tempoh perakaunan 2018 ataupun kita panggil accounting period at the end of 31st December 2018. So accounting period, at this period 2018 ni kita nak cari apa? Owner's equity. Macam mana nak cari owner's equity? Apa maksud owner's equity? Owner's equity ni saya ajar dalam tutorial before. Dia melibatkan capital. Capital ialah sumbangan modal dan dia melibatkan owners. Dia take the cash or goods from the business atau panggil drawing. Dia ambilan tambah hasil revenue tolak belanja. So kita boleh pecahkan dia kepada 4 items. Okay, this one ni kita panggil terms ya. Assets ialah property of the business, term asset ya. Liabilities, asset ni kamu kena tahu juga the example of asset. Saya ada ajar asset tu ada current asset dan non-current asset. Kalau sebut je asset, so you just imagine harta perniagaan macam vehicles, equipment, furniture. Furniture ni apa? Furniture ialah perabot. Vehicle, kenderaan. Land, tanah, premises, bangunan. Itu semuanya aset. Bila sebut liability ialah hutang perniagaan. Debts, obligation. For example, bank loan. Account payable. Account belum terima. Kita, bukan account payable, account belum bayar. Kalau account belum terima, asset. Kita jual tapi belum terima, tu account receivable. Kalau account payable, there is our debts. Okay. Owner's equity tu 4 term yang tadi. 4 term yang saya sebut tu capital, drawings, revenue and expenses. So we just substitute the formula assets equals to liabilities plus owner's equity. So we just simplify the sum formula. Kita nak cari apa? We want to find out owner's equity. So reverse the formula, kita akan dapat owner's equity. The total of asset given in the question 800,000 dan minus 350,000. 350,000 stand for liabilities. So assets less atau minus liabilities, then you got owner's equity. So we just focus at the formula. Accounting equation ialah asset equals liabilities plus owner's equity. From that formula, then you will know the amount of owner's equity. Okay, look at the next one. You are required to calculate owner's equity, assuming that the asset increase RM 130,000, liabilities decrease. Increase tu maksudnya bertambah. Asset dia bertambah sebanyak 130,000 dan untuk liabilities dia decrease 25,000. So what should you do? You have to calculate owner's equity as at 31st December 2019. Okay, bila nak kira 31st December 2019, kita kena tahu we have the balance from 31st December 2018 and we must use that figure. So macam mana nak kira 800,000, yang ni 800,000 daripada, ini kita kena tahu dan kita akan belajar ya. Kalau pelajar ada basic, dia dah tahu asset ada baki. Baki bawa ke bawah daripada tahun lepas. Liability pun ada baki bawa ke bawah daripada tahun lepas. Yang tak ada basic mungkin dia ambil masa nak faham kan. So kita nak kira aset baru untuk tahun 2019, apa formulanya? 800,000 from last year plus increase 130,000. So you got the total for asset 930,000, less liabilities. So this is the figure for 2018, 350,000, and then you have to deduct with 25,000. 25,000 ni apa? Liability yang berkurangan pada tahun 2019. So kita nak dapat total untuk 2019 owners equity, you must include the balance from 31st December 2018. So the amount is asset. So this one plus increased by 130,000 less liabilities from the previous year 2018 less 25,000 and you got the amount for liabilities. So asset minus liabilities. So this one is liabilities, yeah. Liabilities. So you get the amount RM605,000 for owner's equity. So equity pemilik yang berada dalam perniagaan adalah sebanyak 605,000. Okay, equity pemilik tu belongs to the owner. Okay. So this one liabilities, yeah, plural. Okay. This one pun also liability, okay. That means more than one item. Then now we look at the next question. Okay. Now we look at the next question. Question number 2. Okay, this one relate to the services. The business provide the services to the client ataupun perniagaan memberikan perkhidmatan, a service dalam bentuk perkhidmatan to the client. Client tu siapa? Customer. Okay, tengok question tu. Assume that on November 1st of November 2018, Chris Clark. Okay, Chris Clark ni siapa? The owner. Begins a business that will be known as Net Solution. So Net Solution ni apa? Nama business dia. Yang ni owner dan ini nama business dia. So Chris business plan is to operate Net Solution. Nama dia Net. Net tu apa? Berkaitan dengan net lah. Sesawang ke laman sesawang kan. As a service business assisting individuals and small businesses in developing web pages and installing computer software. So dia produce service dalam bentuk apa? Laman web pages dan juga dia beri perkhidmatan dalam bentuk installing, memasang computer software. Sistem komputer lah ya. So dia bagi servis dalam bentuk komputer. So dia nama perniagaan tu Net Solution. So dia bagi servis, dia bukan jual barang tapi dia they provide a service. So indicate the effect of each transaction and the balance after each transaction using the following tabular heading. Okay, this one we call accounting equation table or accounting equation tabular. So kita kena prepare dia punya table. Before we prepare the table, kita baca the sentence. Okay, sentence ni adalah transaction. Before that saya ada ajar, the transaction, it means that one transaction, it will contain the date of the business. Dalam transaction atau bahasa Melayu, urus niaga, dia ada tarikh urus niaga dan dia ada item atau details tentang urus niaga. And the third one, dia ada amount urus niaga. So one transaction, it contains the date, the details and the amount. So from that transaction, you must identify which one is asset, which one is liabilities, and which one is owner's equity. And you must know owner's equity ada 4 item. Term yang saya sebut dalam owner's equity tu apa? Capital ataupun modal, drawings, ambilan, revenue, hasil and expenses. So kita boleh pecah capital tu lebih details. Okay. Now we look at November 1. Kita must identify which category yang terlibat. So Chris Clark, okay, Chris Clark, you must know that is the owner. Deposit. Deposit ni menyimpan RM25,000 in a bank account in the name of Net Solution. So that means the the owner, Chris Clark, invest 25,000 in the bank. So that one we call the owner contribute capital into the business. Maksudnya owner ini menyumbangkan modal kepada perniagaan ni lah yang dia tubuh ni, perniagaan dia namanya net solution. So dia melibatkan apa kategori yang dia terlibat? Pertama, the bank. So dia akan masukkan duit dalam bentuk cek ke dalam bank milik perniagaan. So it will increase in asset and also increase in the capital. Okay, kita kena identify apa yang increase? Asset. Yang kedua, apa yang increase pula lagi? Increase in owner's equity. Okay, number 2. Okay, this is the question kan. Kita baca je, nanti I will explain more detail kat bawah ya. Net solution, that is the business, paid RM20,000 with cash for the purchase of land as a future building site. So maknanya dia bayar 20,000 dengan cash. So cash berkurangan or decrease in asset and at the same time land. Terms land ni kategori apa? Land kategori asset. So asset satu increase land dan at the same time asset decrease dalam bentuk cash. Okay, kita akan go through next time ya, after this lah. Okay, 10th November, Net Solution purchase supplies. Supplies ni apa? Bekalan. RM1,350 and agreed to pay the supplier. Okay, ini berkaitan in the future. Maknanya dia beli bekalan. Tengok perniagaan tu. Perniagaan tu apa ya? Katalah ini perniagaan dia berkaitan dengan laman web kan, berkaitan dengan komputer, sistem, software. So dia mungkin beli apa supplies tu? Mungkin dia beli komputer. Komputer bukanlah, dia beli supply ni macam ink. Ink dakwat kan. Jadi ink tu diguna untuk for 1 year atau 1 month. Bila dia guna, dia akan jadi supplies expenses. Tapi kalau dia tak guna, dia adalah supplies. Supply ni apa-apa benda yang dia guna at that period dan dia menjadi bentuk inventory. Tapi kalau diguna, dia akan jadi supplies expenses. So yang ni dia purchase secara kredit, on credit. Macam mana kita perniagaan ni purchase daripada siapa? From the supplier, tapi dia akan bayar kemudian. So supplier ni kategori sebagai liability ya. Itu kita kena tahu ya, the term. Term tu sama ada dia asset, liabilities, owner's equity. Nombor 18, net solution, the business receive cash. Dia terima cash. So increase in asset. Kenapa dia terima cash? Because they're producing services. Services ialah revenue. Nampak tu kita identify the terms yang terlibat in the sentence kan. Okay, next. Net solution paid the following expenses. Bila sebut paid, dia melibatkan cash. Perniagaan membayar cash. Untuk apa? Untuk expenses. Ni dia. Biasanya expenses ni kita ada term expenses ni ada account dia ya. Account, wages expense. Ni wages expense. Lepas tu rent 800, utilities 450 and miscellaneous. Wages ni maksudnya upah. Rent, ni semua belanja ni. Ni semua belanja. Rent ialah sewa sewa lah. Utilities kadar bayaran atau bil-bil yang nak bayar untuk elektrik, air, telefon, miscellaneous. Miscellaneous ialah pelbagai perbelanjaan. So ini semua perbelanjaan dia akan mengurangkan decrease the owner's equity. So you have to record in the accounting equation tabular ataupun table. Okay, the next one, net solutions paid creditors on account. Okay, maknanya perniagaan ni kita lah. Kita bayar kepada siapa? Creditors. Kita bayar hutang kepada creditors. Creditors ni boleh jadi supplier, pembekal. Kita beli barang secara barang ataupun servis tadi. Kita dapat servis tapi kita belum bayar. Now kita nak bayar kan. So kita bayar sebanyak 950. Okay, next. Chris Clark determined that the cost of supplies on hand at the end of the month was RM550. Okay, tadi saya ada sebut supplies kan. Kamu tengok ya, supplies ni ada dua. Mula dia purchase. Nampak ni. Kita purchase kan. 1,350. On hand ni maksudnya baki dekat tangan. Pada bulan November, baki dekat tangan tinggal berapa? Tinggal 550. Dia beli, perniagaan beli 1350, tetapi baki pada akhir bulan dia tinggal berapa? 550. Maknanya mungkin ink tu dakwat yang guna untuk printer ke apa kan, ataupun paper, dia guna paper kertas untuk komputer semua tu kan, apa-apa yang dia guna untuk penggunaan harian tu, dia beli 1350, tapi akhir bulan tinggal baki dekat tangan, orang kata baki on hand tu, supplies on hand, kamu kalau in English lah, the balance ataupun balance carry forward. Okay. Balance carry forward dia 550. Yang ini kita akan bawa ke next month. The next month is December. So it means that the difference between 1354 and 550, that one ialah expenses, belanja yang telah digunakan ya. Bekalan ink yang telah digunakan. Okay, the next one, the last one, Chris Clark atau owner withdrew 2,000. Okay, 2,000 ni kalau dia withdraw, dia tak sebut apa, normally cash. So, dia ambil 2,000 from the business for personal use. That means cash berkurangan dan owner's equity berkurangan. So, from all these transactions, you must identify which categories involve either assets, liabilities, or owner's equity. Now, we have to prepare the accounting equation. So, this is the accounting equation tabular ataupun accounting equation table. And this is the answer. Sekecil sikit. Okay. Okay, look at the question 1 just now. So, I just highlight the category that involved in the transaction. Okay. The first one, when you look at the transaction, dia melibatkan bank. So, asset increase, account yang kita follow the sample dia bagikan, you have to write down the name of the account. Kita tahu asset bertambah, tapi kategori apa? Account bank. Duit masuk dalam bank, so account bank bertambah. So that means the amount, the bank account for the business increase in the account in the bank. Account bank for the business increase. And at the same time, equal ya, nampak equals to capital also increase. Sebab the owner contribute capital into net solution. So dalam net solution atau dalam business, owner sumbangkan capital. So capital increase dalam perniagaan or capital increase in the business. The second one, okay, this one you can see. First one, dia akan beli, paid with cash for the purchase of land. So first one, dia akan mengurangkan, reduce, decrease in cash sebab cash bayar. Kita paid cash. And at the same time, bila kita bayar cash, we purchase land. Land bertambah dalam perniagaan. So you can find that one asset increase land and another asset decrease. So decrease in asset and at the same time it increase the asset, increase in asset. So kedua-dua ni kita tengok dia equal. Tambah 20,000, tolak 20,000 jadi kosong lah sini ya. Sebab kita guna accounting equation. So dia tak melibatkan liabilities and owner's equity. Just asset only. The next one, solution yang nombor 10 ni kita dah tahu dia purchase supplies, bekalan secara kredit, hutang. So kita punya asset, supply, bekalan bertambah dan kita berhutang dengan account payable. Macam mana kita tahu dia hutang? Sebab dia kita akan bayar, kita ialah company, the business will pay in the future. So our debt increase ataupun the business debt increase. The next one, 18, kita bagi receive service. Kita receive service lah. Kita receive cash. Kenapa kita terima cash? Sebab kita bagi service kepada customer atau client. Customer boleh customer. So asset bertambah, nama account yang terlibat account cash and revenue bertambah ataupun owner's equity bertambah. hasil bertambah. Sebab kita bagi perkhidmatan, kita mesti dapat hasil. Apa-apa perkhidmatan yang kita bagi, we perform the service and then we receive cash. Kalau kita jual produk, purchase sales good, kita akan dapat cash. That one we call revenue. Okay, 20 kita bayar expenses. So decrease in asset and equals to at the same time decrease in owner's equity. Nama khasnya lah expenses. Tapi kalau nama khas kita nak tengok nama term yang kita guna expenses. This is the account that involve wages expense, rent expense, utilities expense, and miscellaneous expense. So this is the item for expense. Tapi kita nak tahu this amount only. So this one 3,650 equals to 6,000 less. This one ni pun less. Ni kurang equal to kurang. So that one we call accounting equation. Dia mesti balance. The left side must equal to the right side. Okay, nombor 30th of November, creditors. We paid creditors. Maknanya the company paid creditors. So dia bayar with cash. So the asset in the company reduced, and at the same time just now ada account payable and then we want to pay in the future. So bila kita pay for this date, our account payable ataupun our debt ataupun the company's debt decrease. Okay, nampak tak berkurang. So in the left side, less 950 equals to in the right side. Okay, the 30 Jun 30 November, can you see Chris Clark determine the cost of supplies on hand. Okay, this one you have to show the working. Kalau pelajar yang ada basic, you can show the answer by preparing the account for supply. So the supply, you purchase supplies, the amount is 1,350. But at the end of the month, we have the balance 550. So makna bekalan ink ni kita beli asalnya 1,000. Katalah saya ambil contoh ink, dakwat komputer. Kita beli 1,350. Tapi at the end of the month kita ada baki 550 yang belum guna. So maknanya kalau belum guna tu apa jadi dia balance? Ini maknanya kita dah guna the ink, dakwat tu. Dakwat printer, katalah kita gunakan dakwat printer. So that one kita panggil supplies expenses. So bekalan berkurangan and at the same time belanja tadi bertambah tapi dia mengurangkan owner's equity. Bila sebut expenses, it means that it will decrease the owner's equity. Tapi for expenses dia increase ya. Kita tengok owner's equity for this column. And the last one, withdrew cash. So the owner withdrew cash from the company ataupun from the firm. So it will decrease in asset in the company dalam bentuk cash, and at the same time it will decrease the amount of owner's equity in the business. So at the end of the month, what should you do? You have to add all the items. So kamu add the total for asset from the beginning. Okay, you have to start 25,000 less 20,000 plus 20,000 plus satu less and another plus kan, plus 1,354 plus 7,500 less 3,650 and less 950 less 800 less 2,000 and you get the amount 26,450. And for liabilities you have to add this amount 1,350 less, any less here 950 and you get the answer 400. And also for owner's equity, add 7,000 less 3,650 less 800 less 2,000 and you got the amount 26,050. So when you look at the left side, asset equals to liabilities plus owner's equity, and when you total for this amount, you will find out that the left side equals to the right side. Okay, the next question, question 3. Okay, this one also the business provide the services. So we are preparing the accounting equation tabular. ataupun accounting equation. So bila buat soalan accounting equation, you must know asset, term asset equals to liabilities plus owner's equity. And you must know the example of asset and example of liabilities and also for example from owner's equity. Ingat owner's equity ada 4 yang saya sebut, capital, drawing, revenue and expenses. Tapi asset you have current asset, non-current asset. Liabilities you have current liabilities and non-current liabilities. Okay, look at this one. Okay, receive. Before that you must read the sentence. Okay, this is the owner of the company is a proprietorship owned and operated by Cecil Jameson. So this one, Cecil Jameson is the owner. And this is the name of the company. Okay, name of the company. This one, the owner. Okay, on 1st July 2018, the company has the following asset. Okay, so nampak ya, kita must identify which one is asset. Kamu kena tahu which one is asset when which one is liabilities. Sebab apa? Sebab asset you have to put at the left side. Manakala liabilities you have to write down in the right side. So cash adalah asset. Account receivable asset. Supplies asset, bekalan. Supplies ni apa-apa bekalan, contohnya kertas, test pad, apa-apa yang dia guna, dia beli dan dia guna pada tempoh tu. Land 10,000. Ni asset. Accounts payable. Account payable ialah account belum bayar. Contohnya kita beli ataupun kita terima services from the company but we have not paid yet. So that one kita panggil accounts payable liability. That is our debt. Okay, business transaction during July are summarized as follow. Okay, dia tak letak tarikh. This one, they just put A, B, C, D, E, F, D. So never mind, it's okay. Okay, the first one, receive cash. Okay, this one we call transaction. Dah tak ada tarikh pun tak apa, but still have the amount. Kalau you have the amount, that one is transaction. So from the transaction, dia akan involve either assets, liabilities, or owner's equity. So you must read the transaction and identify which one is asset, liabilities, and owner's equity. The first one, receive cash from clients for services. So saya dah highlight for you, cash under asset. This one, liabilities. No liabilities. This one, services, revenue. Okay, so this one, increase in asset and at the same time, increase in services ataupun revenue. Revenue tu mana? Kategori owner's equity. Okay, number two, paid creditors on account. Paid, kita bayar. Bayar kepada siapa? Creditors, kita beli secara hutang kan. So, paid that mean our asset decrease. When we paid our debt, at the same time, our debtors also decrease. So, decrease in asset, decrease in liabilities. Nanti I will show you the answer, okay? Okay, see, receive cash. So, this is the transaction. Receive cash from Cecil Jameson as an additional investment. Okay, you must know Cecil Jameson is the owner of the company. So, kita terima cash from the owner. So, that one we call capital. So, increase in asset, cash, and at the same time, additional capital, it will increase in owner's equity capital. Okay. Next, paid office rent. Ini keyword dia paid. So paid that means it will decrease in asset, cash berkurangan, and at the same time this one is expenses. Expenses, it will decrease in owner's equity. The next one, charge client. Charge client for legal services on account. Okay, on account that means on credit, hutang. Maknanya kita bagi service to the customer atau client tapi client belum bayar. So bila kita bagi services, service ialah revenue, meningkatkan revenue dan pada masa sama kita meningkatkan aset kita. Tapi aset kita bukan dalam bentuk cash, tapi dalam bentuk customer, account receivable. So increase in asset also increase in revenue. Okay, purchase supplies on account. Ini kita beli bekalan secara kredit. So asset bertambah, supplies increase in asset and also increase in liabilities sebab kita purchase secara hutang. On account makna kita beli bekalan secara hutang. Aset bertambah pada masa sama, dia equal ya. Hutang pun bertambah iaitu liabilities bertambah. So the left side must equal to the right side. Okay, H, receive invoice for paralegal services from Legal Aid Incorporation for July. Kita terima receive invoice lah. So kalau kita receive invoice, that means kita dapatkan service from Legal Aid Incorporation, tapi kita belum bayar. We are not paying yet. So that one is on account, credit. So dia akan bayar on August. So this one, our liability bertambah. Okay, legal aid is our liabilities and apa-apa perbelanjaan untuk services category expenses. Kita belanja invoice ni, kita purchase the service from legal, so increase tadi saya sebut dia decrease. Bila perbelanjaan decrease in owner's equity, tapi pada masa sama increase our liability debt sebab kita purchase on credit. Kita dapat invoice for the services, bukan purchase, dapat service from the Legal Aid Incorporation. And the last one, paid for the following expenses. So this one is the expenses. So satu, kita paid in cash. So it will decrease in asset and at the same time it will decrease in owner's equity. So kita tengok dia akan balance the left side sebab kita pay and the right side it will reduce the owner's equity sebab expenses. So look at the answer and this is the answer for ada lagi. Determine that the cost of supplies on hand. Okey, bekalan yang ada stok lagi ialah 980. Ada pada akhir bulan, ada baki. On hand that means balance. Baki, balance carry forward. Baki, hantar ke bawah. And supplies use ialah 115. So kita nak record yang inilah. Perbelanjaan for that month is 150. So this one 150 dia akan reduce the owner's equity. Okay, the next one, withdrew. Withdrew that means it will decrease in asset in terms of cash and also it will reduce atau decrease owner's equity in terms of drawing. Okay, now this will determine the answer for 1st July 2018. You have to calculate what is the owner's equity. So the formula is assets equals to liabilities. Okay, liabilities ni banyak kan. So liabilities plus owner's equity. So when you reverse the formula, reverse tu pusing, terbalikkan dalam bentuk mathematic term, so you find out this is the list of asset, tolak the liabilities, kamu akan dapat the amount for owner's equity. Macam mana kita dapat this amount? Dia bagi dalam soalan just now. Ini asset. Ada senarai asset in the beginning of the question. So this is the asset and this one is the liability given in the question. So that is very important for you to differentiate which one is asset, which one is liabilities. And you must know all the example of asset and all the example of liabilities. Then bila kamu dah know the difference, then you can identify, kamu guna formula ni lah. Okay, this is the answer for owner's equity pada bulan Julai 2018. Mana dapat ni? Given in the question yang mula-mula tadi kan dia ada bagi kan. Okay, the next one, you are required to prepare the accounting equation. Okay, this is the accounting equation. equation. Okay, this is the example sebenarnya. Example dia dah bagi. So kita tengok A. A tadi soalan tentang dia apa? A tadi receive cash from client kan? A kita terima cash from client sebab revenue. So increase bertambah, asset bertambah pada masa sama, revenue bertambah. B dia cakap pasal apa tadi? Paid creditor. Bila kita bayar kepada creditor, cash berkurangan in the business and at the same time our creditors decrease. So yang tadi sama juga soalan B tadi kan. C dia kata apa? Receive cash from Cecil Jameson. Receive cash. Receive cash ni sebab apa? The owner bagi capital into the company. So bila dia bagi capital into the company, so it will increase cash in the company and owner's equity pun bertambah. Tapi kategori apa? Must know the owner's equity ada 4 kategori. This one, capital, drawing, revenue and expenses. Okay, question D tentang apa? Paid office rent. Okay, office rent categorized as expenses, so it will decrease the amount of cash. Sebab expenses kan, expenses that means we have to pay for rent. So dia akan reduce the amount of owner's equity. Kategori apa? Expenses. So you must record the item in the correct category. Jangan masuk kategori yang salah. Kalau kamu masuk under revenue salah. This one you have really to understand which column that you want to use. So you see the owner's equity ada 4 column, 4 item. Liabilities just only 1 item, and for asset there are 4 item. Cash, account receivable, supplies and land. So make sure you write down the answer at the correct column. So your answer at the end of the month akan balance. Okay, the next one D. So tadi the owner masukkan capital kan. D ni dia dah bayar for rent. Okay, E. Ini soalan dia charge client. Kita charge client kan. So kita provide the services to the client tapi client belum bayar. So revenue increase and at the same time asset kita bertambah tapi dalam bentuk client kita bukan cash. Sebab dia akan bayar ya. So nampak tu the left side equals to the right side. F ni pasal apa? Okay, purchase supply. Purchase supply. Nampak tu. Kita beli secara kredit. Kita beli bekalan secara kredit. Bekalan ialah aset. Tapi kita keluar duit tak? Tak. Kita berhutang dengan siapa? Supplier. So nampak tu the left side, supply bertambah. Pada masa yang sama, kita berhutang. Jadi supplier kita, hutang kita bertambah dekat siapa? Supplier. Okay, the next one G. Okay, G ni pasal apa? Receive cash from client. Okay, nampak tu. We receive cash from client. So, it will increase cash in the business. Tapi pada masa sama, client ni dia dah bayar. So, kita kena tolak account client. Account client ataupun account receiver adalah customer kita. So, account kita, customer kita berhutang dengan kita dah kurang lah. So, kita kena tolak. So, nampak tu cash one side increase and another asset lah. Asset cash increase and pada masa sama decrease in asset. So that means increase in asset and at the same time it will decrease in asset. Boleh ke macam tu? Boleh. As long as dia balance. Nampak tu dia balance tak? Nampak tak? 1 tambah 1 tolak. Tak ada equal pun. Maknanya tak melibatkan liability, tak melibatkan owner's equity. Boleh buat macam ni tak? Boleh. As long as your accounting equation balance. Okay, H. H pasal apa tadi? Receive invoice for the paralegal services. Okay, receive invoice. Maksudnya kita receive the service from supplier. So kita berhutang dengan supplier. Kita bayar tak? No. Invoice tu that mean kita berhutang with the supplier. So that one is expenses. Sebab ini adalah services company ya. Apa-apa perbelanjaan dia memang kategori expenses ya. Okay, the next one. I ni apa? Paid all the expenses. I ialah paid the expenses. Total expenses ialah 1,500. So the company paid all the expenses, wages, expenses, utilities, apa tadi, services, miscellaneous expenses. So total dia 1,500. So decrease in cash sebab kita want to pay expenses, and at the same time all the expenses, it will decrease the owner's equity. J ni apa? Okay, determine the cost of supply. J ni kita kena kira sebab kita cost supply dia berapa? Cost supply dia ada on hand 980. Tadi kita ada beli supply kan, ada baki 980, kamu kena kira. So cost of supply tadi from the question, mana dia, purchase supply 245. Lepas tu 900 supply on hand. Betul tak? Supply supplies on account. Sekejap saya tengok soalan supply ya. Soalan supplies. Purchase supplies on account 245. Okay. Nampak ni? 245. Dan jangan lupa ada balance kat sini. 850. 850 tu during the month ni saja ya. During the month yang berlaku belanja tu dia ya. So kita follow je, during the month belanjanya hanyalah 115. Yang lain tu balance on hand. Okay, the last one K. K tu pasal withdraw cash. So bila dia withdraw cash, dia akan reduce cash in the business, and also it will reduce owner's equity 1,000. Kolom mana kita masuk? Kolom drawing. So this is drawing column. So this one capital drawing, kita ambil drawing column. So at the end of the month, you have to total the, nampak ni kan? Total for cash column, kamu campur semua cash column, tambah semua ni kan? Lepas tu account receivable, campur. Saya tak pastilah yang example ni masuk tak. Tapi tak masuk kali ni. Okay. Lepas tu kamu, example tu masuk ya. Example masuk. Lepas tu kamu dapat total bawah dia. Kamu akan dapat total. Saya ambil yang ada last part kan. Campurkan this column. This is all asset. Asset, tambah asset, tambah asset, tambah asset. Dapat total 20,078 equals liabilities 2355 plus all the owner's equity kat semua ni. This one is owner's equity. Bila kamu campur semua, kamu akan dapat the ending answer. Asset 20,078. Liabilities plus owner's equity, kamu akan dapat the ending answer 20,078. Okay, that is the ending answer. So kita siap only question 1, 2 and 3. And the last one, ada last lagi kan soalan kan? You are required to determine. So you are required to calculate net profit for the service business. This is the service business. Apa formula dia kalau kita nak kira profit? The formula is profit equals to revenue less expenses. So kalau kita tengok the revenue dia berapa? This is the amount for revenue. Kalau kita tengok this is column for revenue kan. 5,953. Okay, represent for revenue. And another one lagi ialah, okay, ni 5,900 ni apa? Revenue. Dan yang ni apa pula? Expenses. Mana kita, we get the, where there is the amount? We get this amount from the expenses column. So revenue, hasil, tolak, expenses. This is the term ya. Bahasa Melayunya expenses, belanja. Kamu dapat apa? Kamu akan dapat net profit. Net profit bahasa Melayu ialah profit, untung. Untung bersih. Okay, untung bersih. Inilah dapat untung bersih. So inilah tajuk tentang accounting equation where you have to prepare the table. So from the table, you must specify the accounts involved. Account yang involved ialah cash, account receivable, supplies, land equals to liabilities. So this one for liability you have only one account. Kadang-kadang ada bank loan semua banyak kan. And owner security dia ada 4. So owner security ni dia boleh berubah. Dia tak berubah. Dia sentiasa tetap. Capital, drawing, revenue, expense. Tapi for asset ni dia sentiasa berubah. Okay. Kadang-kadang ada kolom apa? Ada kolom furniture, ada kolom equipment, ada kolom vehicle. So depends on the question. Okay, that's all for today. Untuk question buat masa ni kita discuss only question 1, 2 and 3. Okay, Takif, are you with me? Okay, bagus. Okay, so tajuk tu dah habis ya. Okay, saya nak tengok komen. Ada tak pelajar komen-komen ke? Siapa nak komen, you can comment. Give any comment in the comment. Okay, saya nak baca komen yang pertama. This is the comment from the student kan. Siapa yang saya baca ni bertuah lah sebab saya baca kan. Okay, daripada Nur Syakira Hamzah. Waalaikumsalam. Sihat madam? Alhamdulillah sihat. Kita duduk kat rumah aja kan. Tak boleh jalan kan. Okay, bagus. Next. Daripada Amir. Khabar baik madam. Okay. Bagus. Din. Khabar baik cikgu. Okay, khabar baik. Bagus. Aisyah. Waalaikumsalam madam. Okay, waalaikumsalam. Pula waalaikumsalam kan. Dia berjawab saya kan. Okay, Din. Tadi dia juga ya. Oh, tadi khabar baik. Ni Din lagi. Waalaikumsalam. Okay. Apa perasaan Takif bila berada live? Takif, apa perasaan awak?
Perasaan saya gembira lah dapat meluangkan masa dengan madam. So itu akan meningkatkan keyakinan saya lah bila berhadapan dengan semua orang. Tapi biasanya kondisi sekarang ni kita berada di dalam alam maya. Tetapi boleh menjalankan proses pembelajaran secara live. Sekian daripada saya.
Bagus. Walaupun kita berjauhan tapi di hati dekat kan. Lah jiwang-jiwang lah cia-cia kan. Okey, Nur Hidayah. Waalaikumsalam madam. Okey. Okey, ni Hafiz. Hafiz nampak nampak kan. Bagus. Nampak madam, nampak besar kan. Apa tadi word tadi kan. Saya pakai word hari ni ya. Nanti kita pakai PowerPoint pula. Nampak madam sebab answer dalam word. Okey. Nampak madam. Okey. Saya faham madam, bagus. Siapa faham, very good. Siapa tak faham, boleh tengok lagi tak video? Boleh. Sampai kamu faham. Jelas madam. Apa tu Lisa tadi? Jelas madam. Jelas madam. Apa ni? Kejap ya. Cikgu, tolak boleh guna tak? Tolak. Boleh guna bracket tak? Guna bracket boleh. Boleh je. Mesti SPM guna bracketnya. Boleh, boleh. Tapi biasanya kita biasa tolak-tolak jadi ni. Kamu biasa guna bracket boleh. No problem. Okay. Din, cikgu, kita tak berfaham invoice itu. Okay, kita akan belajar dokumen topik 3. Invoice adalah satu, kita beli barang niaga secara kredit hutang. Kita beli barang niaga secara kredit, secara hutang daripada supplier, pembekal. Kita guna invoice. Maknanya supplier itu akan bagi kita invoice. Dan pada masa sama kita jual barang niaga secara kredit kepada siapa? Customer, kita bagi invoice. Invoice tu apa maksud? Invoice adalah dokumen untuk belian atau jualan secara hutang. Kita akan belajar topik 3 nanti ya. Okay. Yelah Baik Takif, steady ketua. Bagus Takif ketua kan. Steady, bagus kan. Madam, Amin nak join live juga. Okay, one day. Nanti kita masukkan Amin pula ya. Nanti saya jemput lagi. Kat sini dia boleh live 4 orang, 3-4 orang dalam ni. Internet kuat. Okay. Okay, hi. Okay, dia suka ketawa je. Dia tadi dia ha, lepas tu he. Nanti saya tengok muka dia secara live macam mana orangnya kan. Dia memang suka ketawa. Okay, saya rasa setakat itu saja. Saya harap kamu faham ya buat latihan yang saya bagi tu. Siapa tak faham, you can watch my video for the second time. Cuba fahamkan ya. This is very important untuk kamu to understand ya. So, saya rasa setakat itu saja for today. Okay. Jadi untuk kelas kita secara live telah pun berakhir pada hari ini. Jadi Takih ada nak cakap apa-apa? Kita suruh Takih baca doa. Sudahkan Takih baca doa? Boleh baca Al-As tak?
Baik, madam. Sebelum saya baca Al-As, belajarlah sebelum kamu dibelajarkan. So, kalau boleh, untuk korang, untuk kamu semua kalian untuk lebih mendalami sesuatu ilmu tu, baik kita belajar. So, tak bersalah belajar banyak kali, walaupun ilmu tu sedikit. Okay. So, tamatlah sesi kita pada petang ini. Okay, so saya kita tutup majlis kita dengan tasbih kifarah dan surah Al-As. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Wal 'asri innal insana lafi khusr illa alladziina aamanu wa 'amilus shalihaat wa tawassaw bil haqqi wa tawassaw bis sabr. Amin. Amin.
Okay. Okay, kita tengok yang last ni ya. Ada satu ni. Ni Chin Shanzi. Okay, terima kasih madam. Anis Nabil. Ni Din lagi. Din dah sudah dah dibaca. Terima kasih cikgu. Okay, Din. Ya, Din. Thank you madam. Okay, thank you Ami. Okay, dah habis. Okay, kita dah habis. Last one ialah Aisyah Zamri. Thank you madam. Okay, welcome. Okay, kita dah habis. So, setakat ini. So, kita jumpa lagi. Bye semua. Assalamualaikum.